Hi everyone, this is Kelsey Jones, Executive Editor of Search Engine Journal, and I'm here today with Guy Kawasaki, Chief Evangelist of Canva. Guy, thanks so much for joining us. I know you did a keynote today at PubCon about personal branding and social media, and I think that's something that a lot of people just take for granted, especially if they work in a company. They think that they don't have to worry about their branding, but I would say it's just as important as for a company, wouldn't you?
Yes. For a person, is that what you're referring to?
Yeah.
Absolutely, because if you look at it, in the old days, you'd go to work out of college for a company, and 35 years later, you'd retire. I think that's not true anymore, that over the course of 20, 30 years, you might work for 5 to 10 companies.
Yep.
And if you're working for 5 to 10 companies, kind of means you need your own
You
personal,
need a portfolio.
Yeah.
I feel like millennials move jobs a lot more too, so it's important to have that portfolio so it makes more sense for why you would move.
Yes, and people are going to make a snap decision based on a LinkedIn profile.
Yeah.
So you could build a case, you go to LinkedIn profile, and that person has been working for one company for 20 years, but
Yeah.
I think that's the exception to the rule. And so people are going to look and, at some level they want to look at a person's LinkedIn and say, oh, that person worked 3 years there, 3 years there, 5 years there. I've heard of those companies are successful. It may not be true that the person caused the success, frankly, but
they were there.
yeah, and it's a proxy, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you look at somebody's LinkedIn profile and they work for Apple or Google, Facebook.
You get known for that. You can
Yeah.
lead with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm living proof. I did one thing right for Apple 30 years ago. I've been coasting ever since. So just need to do one thing really right.
And that can be your calling card.
That's right. It lasts a long time.
I know one of the things you talked about in your keynote today was about how important photos are. So you
Yes.
mentioned your son's photo on LinkedIn
Yes.
was cropped out of a larger photo, and even though he said he didn't use LinkedIn, whenever you Google someone, it's going to show up even if your LinkedIn
Right.
profile isn't as active.
And they're not going to come to LinkedIn and say, oh, he doesn't use it, so that's why it's crappy.
Yeah.
They're going to say he's crappy.
Yeah.
But, go tell a kid that. Good luck.
I know a lot of college kids, I think, don't understand how important LinkedIn can be to getting a job.
Yes, well, they should understand that if they think that Snapchat or Tinder is important for social,
Yeah.
LinkedIn is the Snapchat and Tinder of
For business.
careers, right? So, interview, don't interview.
Do you think that, I know you talked about cover photos too, do you think that you should have a different cover photo for each network, like based on what it is? Or
No, I actually think the cover photo should be the same. Right now, I'm in a little bit of schizophrenic state because I just spoke in Helsinki last week,
Wow.
and somebody in the audience took this fantastic picture of me on the stage in the big screen with my slides. It was just a fantastic picture. Showed thousands of people watching me. So I wanted to use that and change all my cover photos to that. But most cover photos are too short, and so you can't get the
crops
total
out.
picture. And only Google Plus works for that photo that I showed.
Yeah.
And Facebook doesn't. So
Oh.
right now I have Google Plus with one and everything else with the other. The other one with me and Richard Branson. So right now I'm violating my own principle.
Does that bother you?
Yeah, I lay awake at night thinking about that.
I know another thing that you had mentioned was business cards, which was something I'd never even thought about, that the font size, if it's hard to read or
It's
scan,
because you're young.
I still have my site.
Exactly.
I know, I'm paranoid now. I need to go look at all my business cards.
Well,
I have.
a very good test is get Evernote, take a picture of it, and if Evernote can't OCR it, that's a fail.
Yeah, you need to go redo your cards.
Yes.
Awesome. So I wanted to talk a little bit about Canva too, because we
Yes.
love it at SCJ. It's so easy to use and make graphics that look super professional in such a more
You're
time.
such a good art. You're such a good ad. Keep going. I won't stop you.
And it's free for most part.
And it's fast?
Yes.
And it's easy.
Okay, one thing I really love is that it saves your stuff.
Yeah.
Like with PicMonkey, you download it and then it doesn't save. It might if you have a paid account, but I really like that because there's been times I found typos.
We have an enterprise version?
Is that newer?
Yes. So
Okay.
we have an enterprise version where Like you could enforce so that everybody who's writing for Search Engine Journal uses the same design, the same font, the same colors, the
Ooh,
same
that could be
all
really
that.
useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
very
I
useful.
think it's even useful if you're in a marketing department, so you don't have the graphic designer background, or maybe
Yeah.
you're a graphic designer, your company's busy, so it helps you make the graphics
That's what it's
without
designed
waiting.
for.
Awesome.
Yes.
So are you guys doing anything? Are you working on anything new that you
Well, we
can
just
talk
came
about,
out with
or-
this Canva for Work, which is the enterprise version, shared digital asset, a folder with all the pictures you want people to use. So that's the latest thing.
Okay, cool. Well, Guy, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining us. Really appreciate it. Again, this is Guy Kawasaki and Kelsey Jones for Search Engine Journal.
Swinging in for me.
Yeah, I literally just got in, so thanks. It's great to be here.
So, head of publisher communications, something that I think people have really wanted for a long time, but still kind of vague on exactly what that is with you. I know it's a new role. What is it exactly is the head of publishing?
The SEJ Summit is one of the better conferences I attended. The speakers were fantastic. The weather here has been amazing. I mean, this location, the hotel.
The thing I'm really liking about the SEJ Summit is the 3 takeaways structure.
Yes.
I'm leaving with way more.
I also like the single session format for conferences.
I agreed to be a speaker here because I think above all else, the quality of people who attend the meeting, there's something to be said about the fact that you can't just pay to come here. It's by invitation only.
What I've